I'm sure that literally every single person with even basic nutrition knowledge, or who's even scanned the nutrition label, has heard of dietary fiber. Once again, on par with my content, I oftentimes find that while almost everyone will have heard of it, the number of people that actually know what fiber is, what it does, and why it's a crucial element of nutrition is less than desirable. By now, you probably guessed exactly what we're going to be diving into today. What is fiber? Dietary fiber, in the most simple explanation, is a carbohydrate that can't be digested. It's found naturally in plant foods such as whole grains, vegetables, fruits, legumes, and have been dominant in human diets for millions of years. From the Paleolithic era, when the hunter-gatherers ate mainly fruits and wild grains, to the agricultural era, when crops began to be cultivated, the ancients consumed more than 100 grams of various digestible and indigestible dietary fiber from plants every single day. In the industrialization age, however, people consumed much less fiber from diets, posing a big challenge for humans to adapt to profoundly altered dietary patterns and environments. Most of the time, fibers are referred to as soluble and non-soluble fibers. Simply put, soluble fiber is dissolvable in water and turns into a gel in GI tract, slowing digestion and helping to reduce cholesterol. It's found in things such as beans, lentils, peas, oats, oat bran, apples, barley, citrus fruits, chia seeds, and some other fruits and vegetables. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, acts to soften the stools, acting as roughage. It doesn't ferment in the gut, and instead helps food move through, which prevents constipation. It's found in things like vegetables, whole grains, and wheat bran. The other part that's important to understand about dietary fiber is that it can have both pre- and postbiotic characteristics, depending on the type. Not all dietary fibers are prebiotics, but nearly all prebiotics are in fact dietary fibers. And the same thing goes for postbiotic aspect, as not all qualify. I could continue going down the science path behind dietary fibers as well as their characteristics and structure, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to cap that portion for now. Moving on to a big issue. As I mentioned at one point, people will consume over 100 grams of various digestible and indigestible fibers every single day. However, the current global average levels range from 15 to 26 grams per day, lower than the recommended 20 to 35 grams per day in most countries. This drastic difference in fiber intake has resulted in alterations of the gut microbiota and is implicated in a wide range of complex and chronic conditions, including obesity, diabetes, cancers, and cardiovascular disease. It's also been indicated that it could play a key role in the increasing burden of non-communicable diseases globally. Simple enough, we aren't eating as many foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, etc. that are naturally occurring sources of fiber. To combat this, the interest in supplemental fiber has emerged, but really, it's nothing new. Things like psyllium husk have been around for years, and is what most have tried or used as a supplement for fiber intake. The downside is that for some, psyllium isn't the best option, as it can cause some issues. Such include bloating, irritation, and discomfort of the GI tract, especially when you're increasing your fiber intake drastically from what it may have been previously. Some may unfortunately be allergic to it. There's also the concern that it could interact with certain medications by reducing their absorption and effectiveness. And lastly, it also can be a bit of a chore to drink, as some versions don't mix all that well into solution, causing it to float or to have sediment at the bottom, and the taste might not be for every palate. Thankfully, there's more out there, and that brings me to a product that I've been using personally daily for nearly 5 years now, and that is Sunfiber. Manufactured by Taiyo and distributed by NutriScience Innovations in a synergistic partnership, Sunfiber is an innovative fermented product made of pure, partially hydrolyzed guar fiber. It has MONAS certification for being low FODMAP, mixes beautifully into liquid, and with minimal sediment, and I can attest that it has no taste impact to it. Extensive research on Sunfiber, which I'll dive into in another video, includes some great structure and function claims. It's a true regulating fiber, aiding in stool consistency for both constipation and diarrhea, which is one of the main things I recommend it for, and is for regulating digestion is top priority. I mentioned pre- and postbiotic properties earlier as well. Sunfiber acts as a prebiotic, as it's got great food sources for the good gut bacteria and can have a postbiotic effect, supporting the production of acetate, butyrate, and propionate postbiotic short-chain fatty acids. Another key characteristic of Sunfiber is it has a slow and steady fermentation process, resulting in a higher amount of total SCFAs. This leads to significantly less gas and bloating-related discomfort that some of the other fiber supplements that are fast fermenting can cause. Its low glycemic index is clinically proven and is an approved health claim, resulting in a 20% reduction in postprandial glucose levels, and can also aid in healthy cholesterol by reducing total blood and LDL cholesterol levels. Mineral, protein, and fat absorption are something to consider as well when you pick a fiber. Reason being, some dietary fibers can limit the absorption of essential minerals as well as interfere with the utilization of macronutrients, including fat and proteins. Sunfiber doesn't block absorption of minerals, and in fact promotes the absorption, as its benefits of improved protein efficiency can play a part in appetite control. Directly related, Sunfiber can also aid as an appetite suppressant, as it slows gastric transit time, leading to a healthy and comfortable state of satiety. That's all solid stuff. Formulation-wise, it can be used in a wide range of application as it's tasteless, odorless, and has a very low viscosity that makes it work great in powders, stick packs and sachets, dietary supplements as a broad category, functional foods such as bakery and confectionery goods, and it's even great for pets. Nutrition and supplement facts purpose-wise. Sitting at 1.9 kilocalories per gram, Sunfiber is less than most other fibers which come in at 4 kilocalories per gram, so top on that. When it comes to your product story, with over 75 human clinical studies and over 200 publications, Sunfiber can strongly back the benefits I covered. Claims can be made for prebiotic benefits at any usage level and formula. For satiety claims, you'll need at least 2 grams or more per day. For the true regulating fiber and digestive health claims, you'll need at least 5 grams per day. And for the cardiovascular benefits, that starts at a minimum of 6 grams. Personally, I take 7 grams a day. So, that's a wrap. Today we covered just what fiber is, why it's important, and the issues that lack of it can cause. On the flip side, we also discussed supplemental fiber. We dove into how Sunfiber is an amazing option and a daily staple of mine for its wide array of benefits, and I like how it makes me feel, and with over 200 publications including clinicals, articles, papers, etc., Sunfiber is solid backing. I'll be back with more on Sunfiber soon, but until then, this has been Drew Peters.